Hello everyone, this is Bountiful Roots. I'm just doing an update on this pear tree. So you see the pears are growing on here nicely. See, they're growing real nice. I had some pears last year, but I might be able to actually eat some this year. So what I was going to show you, here's another one up here. Anyway, so what I was going to show you is so the fact, oh, there's some up there. I just noticed it. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm coming out here. As I said, it's been a couple months since I've been out here, but whenever I knocked off a lot of the other growth on here, I guess you can call them suckers. But anyway, when I knocked those off and I left this one branch go up there, then it did good. It started really producing some fruit, and so that worked great. However, it's putting energy into making all this greenery down here, so I'm coming out here to cut it off, so that way all the energy will go toward, look at that one's just growing all to the sideways, growing wild. But anyway, I'm cutting these off so that the energy can go up toward the fruit and not toward making greenery. Okay, once you get yourself you have to kind of study your trees. I'm still learning, but you have to study the trees and see how they grow and how they produce. Okay, so I'm still studying this one. I'm going to figure out if the fruit produces on new growth from last year, from the previous year, or if they just continue to produce on the same branches from the year before. I'm studying that. So when after I figured out which, that's the type of pears there. Anyway, after I figured out which stem was going to continue to grow and produce fruit, of course I left that one, but the rest of them I cut off in the wintertime. And now I'm going to keep trimming these off so that all the energy can go toward the fruit and the rest of the tree. Just cutting these off. So yes, as I said, this will allow energy to go up toward into the tree, into the fruit, and not into making all this greenery. We don't want greenery. Okay, that's just a quick little video on this kind of update. I'm going to try to keep y'all up to date. However, I'll just do it as often as I can. So what I'm doing is, obviously this growth right here is relatively new, and this one is relatively new. So I'm going to keep an eye on both of those for next year to see if fruit grows on these, right? Or if fruit will grow on the same branches, little branches that the fruit is growing on now. Right? And give you a quick little update on the peach tree. Peaches are growing nicely. Let's see here. So you got one right there. So I cut this tree way back because I wanted to. Is a hard thing to do, but you have to practice on figuring out how to trim your trees so that you can get fruit. So it was difficult. I didn't want to cut the trees. There goes some there. There goes some. There goes one. There it is, up there. So yes, I had to trim it back, let the branches grow. I will continue to trim it so that I can get new growth, continue to get fruit off of it. But once again, it's a learning process. I'm having to figure out how to trim and grow and produce more fruit. So this one right here, all of this wood right here, I'm going to cut all that off. Can you see where the actual growth is coming from? So yeah, I'm going to cut all this off. This tree going to be naked. And then I'm going to have to support this branch right here, because that's where all the fruit are on this particular tree. Yeah, I'm going to take some of these off, unfortunately. But yeah, all this old stuff, I'm going to cut all that off. Hey, how you doing? So I have a salesman riding around out here, so I'm just going to tell him no. But anyway, that's the update. You all have a good evening. Down on Fruits.